Fire Fauci Act. Joining us to discuss, Republican Congressman from Georgia, our good friend Buddy Carter. Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. Now, the report also outlines testing the virus on humanized mice, saying in part, we will test our models on host range experimentally using reverse genetics, pseudovirus and receptor binding arrays and virus infection experiments in cell cultures and humanized mice. Look, it appears from all intent and purposes, Dr. Fauci, he wrote the book on gain of function. He is the person who made up the definition for what is commonly referred to as gain of function. And suddenly, all of a sudden, the words that he himself put down on paper no longer actually mean what the dictionary says they mean.
That's exactly right, and that's why Anthony Fauci should be fired, and that's why he should be prosecuted for lying to Congress. Not only did he lie to the Senate, the committee that I serve on in the House, the Energy and Commerce Committee, he was asked the question, why did you stop funding for gain-of-function research at NIH, from the NIH at the Wuhan laboratories? And he said, I don't know why. I was told to do it. NIH was told to do it, and I simply did it because we were told to do it. When all along he knew that he was supposed to do it because that money was going to finance Ego Health Alliance, which was participating in gain-of-function research. Gain-of-function research is dangerous. It should not be done. That's why later on this week, I'm going to be introducing legislation that will prohibit federal funds from being used to fund gain-of-function research.
Now, it's funny because the political left, they never stop talking about the fact that in America we should go not only just to the letter of the law, but the spirit of the law. Here we have an individual that can't even abide not simply by the letter of the policy, but even the spirit of our search for the truth. It is apparent that Dr. Fauci has not been as forthcoming as most Americans would hope, him being the principally trusted individual to be the messenger during this crisis. At what point is the media or this administration going to hold him accountable?
Well, we're past that point. 42% of all Americans have said they have an extreme distrust for Anthony Fauci and what he says. And someone in that position can't afford to have that kind of a negative rating. There's no question that he has been looking out for himself. He has been looking out for his own personal profile in trying to hold on to a position of power while changing his mind on masks. At first he said, no, we don't need masks. Then he said, yes, we need masks. We've had long times of being shut down in our economy because of things that he has said. Right. He needs to be fired or he needs to resign. He does not have the confidence of the public now, and someone in that position has to have the confidence of the public.
Now, last question, Congressman. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. I don't know what it's like to be in charge of the health decisions for a nation of 350 million souls, close to that. But at some point, if the true goal of this administration is the health of America, convincing more people to take the vaccine than have currently taken the vaccine, why do they continue to trot out a man who is clearly not trusted by the segment of society that currently is still hesitant in taking this vaccine?
Well, and that's why we have vaccine hesitancy, because they don't have confidence in the message that is coming from the administration, the message that is coming from Dr. Fauci. Right. Keep in mind that patient zero is Kamala Harris, who said back almost a year ago that she would never take a vaccine that had been developed under the Trump administration. So you know that people don't have confidence because of the rhetoric that is being offered there by the Democrats, by Anthony Fauci,